This episode of Late Night with Ed Money is brought to you in part by Gubba Rum, where it's handcrafted artisanal rum in amazing flavors like vanilla and coconut in a striking hand-painted bottle. You can get this at your local spirit store or order direct from them. You just go to gubbarum.com or 617-964-6299. That's Gubba Rum, America's newest handcrafted rum. And Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant, located in downtown Amherst. And if you're local to them, dial for carryout at 440-985-FOOD. Or go to their website, which is ziggyspubandrestaurant.com. If it's a sporting event that you want to see, don't forget your sunglasses, because they have so many 4K TVs it'll burn your retinas. So go to Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant in downtown Amherst.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
I'll make it go away. Oh, my bad. You gotta start that
pit of despair.
Warning, what you're about to hear is an adult show. You'll hear anecdotal stories and humorous situations meant for adults. In essence, kids, don't listen or try this at home. Everything you're about to hear is done by drunk, trained professionals. Now enjoy the show.
Deep within the pit of despair, balls of Christ, dude.
That and why hello my friends, you're listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on the website, which is edmoneylive.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life. You can reach us on a ton of sites. Just go to the main site, go to the right hand side. It's the easiest way to be able to get a hold of us. There's 1,000,001 ways. Remember, go to the videos, which is BitChute. You can go to YouTube, you can go to the Odyssey, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, the cat, the dog, tell anyone you could tell, your grandmother, if she's dead, dig her up, see if her finger can click somewhere on a screen, and have her like, share, and subscribe. But thank you.
Don't forget to go to iTunes, Amazon, radio.com, Last.fm, SoundCloud.
Yes.
You name it, we're on it.
You name it, we're on it now. So thank you, audience members. We're going to be leaving you, because what's going to come on here in a little bit is the Edwards Twins. There's going to be a compilation at the end of their songs that they sing at the end of the show. He sent me. Thank you, Anthony, for that. He's going to be on in a little bit. But audience members, thank you. You're always listening to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck.
What's up? It's a half-ass bruh.
He is. You can't see him, but Ring is the bionic paper prepper.
Hello, everybody.
There he is. You don't see him either. Is Monk. You'll hear him, and we got something cooking for him. A hand puppet, something is going to be on there.
You are not worthy to lay your eyes upon, Monk.
Right. Is Monk. And last but not least, always keeping us in balance and check right over here. If you go to the video, is A1 Continuity.
What's up?
Again, thank you, audience members, for all things you do. All the way over to Konnichiwa. That is always so good. Dude, I've been watching a ton of videos.
Well, that's all you have to do. You don't have a job. What are you doing today? I'm probably going to lay
What's it,
around
a
and watch some
Tuesday?
videos.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know what? I had this happen. This is totally off my list. But
What's that, a job?
I do this thing where after doing all the things I do in the morning and run around and
Masturbation.
But
that's while you're watching the videos.
That's what I'm watching. No, I'll do a bunch of run around, do everything that I do, and then I end up coming home because I'll take my mom out running like I did today. I had to run.
Your mom cannot run.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. Well, no, she doesn't.
She might shuffle.
I help her. I actually help her get into the truck. I boost her up to get into the. It's. So,
do that again. Do the.
I boost.
Fresh.
Go on, Mom. Get in.
I put my hands on her bum, and then when she,
And
we
your
count to
thumbs are
three.
strategically placed.
Yeah, and then we go 1, 2, 3, and I lift her up. And
Not a bowling ball.
Yeah, like not like a bowling ball, but I get her up. And
Oh no, my glass eye.
Bowling ball. Who said bowling ball?
But I get her in and I drive her around, and I had to go get a. Did you guys ever get? Did your
Six-pack.
No.
Do you make her wear a seatbelt, Ed? Because she's so goddamn skinny, she can slide out of the seatbelt.
He's not joking. In fact, I have a problem in my F-150. You guys got F-150, but Chucky, maybe on yours also.
On your new one, your new old one. I see it's just now starting to rust. That's good, right?
What does that mean?
Well, you had it for 20 years, so
what does that mean?
and finally paid it off, might I add.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah, I did just pay mine. Did you see that on my truck, the gray one, which Gary says is brown. You guys have seen it. Is it gray or brown?
It depends. I'd have to see it washed.
I would. Yeah. It was dark. It was the light.
I think it's rust colored.
It's not rust. What it is gray. And then what I did was, which is notorious, all around the
Wheel wells.
The wheel wells, it starts rusting.
Mhm.
So I sprayed a Flex Seal in there.
Now you could row it across the lake.
You literally
If
spray
you could-
sealed
Audience,
your
if you could have
car.
seen for the audience, hopefully I got it quick enough. When I said that, they both Wayne and Chuck both looked at each other like, you're like, do you want to comment? No, do you go ahead.
You go first.
You can feel this. No, it's not that bad. I put Flex Seal on because I was told
The clear one.
no.
They do make it clear.
No, they sell it at Drug Mart. That's
you
why
know,
you
they
put
do
it
make
on.
Oh,
I did not. No, what I did was I got the Flex Seal that was supposed to be gray, but it came out light gray.
so it's still gray, just not the shade of gray you wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it Big
It
Lots?
doesn't match the brown truck.
Did you get it Big Lots?
I think I did.
Did you at least tape it off so it doesn't look like you were like
Oh God, no.
trying to tag it?
They had that rare taupe that no one bought.
It was so old that the tip was clogged. Even though it's never been used, it's just been slowly leaking
Oh,
out.
yeah.
I've had that. I've had it where the Flex Seal where I'm spraying and it because I get what I'll do is if I just need a little bit, I don't want to buy a whole goddamn can. They have the little cans, you know what I mean? The little ones.
Right.
The single-use
49
can.
cents cheaper than a whole big can.
Yeah. It's better than the roll of tape you can get. That Flex Seal
Yeah.
tape.
God forbid you use duct tape.
That stuff is the worst. That Flex Seal tape is the absolute
Oh, it doesn't
line
work.
worst.
Is it really?
It sticks to everything except what you want it to. doesn't
I
it?
had some of
You
that
can't
in
get it
my
off the
basement.
scissors. It's
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
I had some in my basement, and on a Sunday, I sprung a leak in one of my pool hoses, and I'm like, I'll just wrap it around it.
Hell yeah.
Good luck with that. It was like, boing. I was like, this is the worst shit ever.
It does. It starts. First of
The
all,
spray might work, but not that fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
even the spray doesn't work. I had a gutter, I had a gutter leak, and I was just I decided to spray. If you
Where
watch,
did it leak to? Into the drain?
Straight out the bottom.
no, it was leaking down the thing.
seam or
Yeah, it was right on the seam. But
So was your drain or your gutter clogged? That it back?
it was. But
Well,
but see,
you know what the
anyways.
fix would have been?
Yeah.
Unclog the gutter
It
down.
was
Wow.
leaking over the top.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So, but anyway, so what I did was I did that Flex Seal, and do you ever seen that commercial?
Yeah, it's a whole lot of bullshittery.
It's a whole lot of bullshittery. That's exactly right.
Hold on. Let me cross them off our sponsor list. There we go. Okay, go ahead.
Just so you know, Wayne, too, I had to point out that side is you guys, that side's me. That's what if you look, because Wayne's looking, he's got distracted there. So, but yeah, so I decided that commercial. If you, any audience members, if you go to Flex, that's okay. I'll honestly evaluate this.
Yeah.
Because you watch a commercial and they have like I think it's
a guy with a screen for the bottom of a boat.
Yeah.
Forget that. It's a leaking like fountain, not a fountain. Something's leaking like
right. There's a couple of different
it's
scenarios.
leaking, and he takes this piece and goes right on there, and it stops the leak.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Is that you, Ringus?
Doing what?
We heard
Talking. I just heard talking. That's all.
No.
Okay, but anyways, so what happens is the that's a horse shit, and then they show like something leaking. They spray it on.
Just spray it on.
No, I've done it.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
And I sprayed it.
It just bubbles up.
I created black water. That's what I did. Sticky black water that just kind of oozed out. It didn't do anything. So you got to plug it, then spray it with something, then let it set. Because I think Kilns or somebody had a product like that.
Kills.
Is it Kills?
Kills, yeah, not kilns.
He was firing some pottery.
That's the ceramic version.
Sealed ceramic.
The Flex Seal. They should, if they would have had like a 55-gallon drum or a 5-gallon bucket of that on the Titanic, they would have saved thousands.
They could have sealed that iceberg would have still been around today.
Slap that thing on.
Right. Yeah.
Quick, get the Flex Seal.
Yeah. We ran out of boats. Grab the doors. We'll make them. The windows.
They could have just Flex Sealed the people.
They could, yeah. They could have just had this big glass.
The big thing in Flex Seal.
Yeah.
They all just would have floated somewhere.
Yeah.
It would have been good.
It turned the bottom guy up and he could have kept breathing.
Are they going to road him to safety?
some guy's sitting on his face playing the violin.
Get all the milk cartons together.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness.
Look like the Crazy Craft race
Yeah,
for million.
Yeah, but I had to go to, but I wanted to get a water filter for my fridge because
Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, no, they had it at. I ended up going, of all places, I went to Menards, which Gary
And
left.
Ashland.
It's a pretty damn good store.
But he went to the one in Canton, Ohio.
Oh, because he was buying some lottery tickets.
I was going to
90
say, it must have been a
minutes
lottery trip. Yeah.
No,
Hey, what exit did you get off on? 611?
He got off by the Richfield Coliseum.
He likes to take
That's an
the back
inside joke.
roads.
No, see, Gary, our Monk is the reason Monk is saying that is because that we have a standing joke that no matter where I go, I always get off on 611.
Anywhere in
okay.
Avon.
I could be going to
5 exits down. He gets off on this exit.
He'd be going to Learnagel. I'm going to get off at 6:11.
Exactly. That's what we were talking about.
That. Yeah, he did.
As I said, I went to the rock pile store to buy some rocks.
Yes,
And he goes,
did.
"Oh, that's on 611." And I go, "No."
That's your go-to.
And then we talk somewhere else in that same vicinity.
He just likes driving by the BJ's club.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
No, he
you
likes
get off at 611.
$2. Right up his alley.
What is it? The $2 Chuck store?
No, it's a bar. $2. Everything's $2 until the other things are added.
Where's that at?
It's right on Detroit
here
and
it goes.
611-ish.
Just gave me a
Isn't it by Bar Nova?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check it out.
Across from Bar Nova.
Like Nemo's and
Yeah.
Strip and all
Oh,
that.
I know where that's at. And yeah,
Isn't
okay.
Bork and Joe's over there? Also, Bork and Joe's Tacos?
No.
I believe so.
Is that good? It sounds good.
It's very good.
It may be. I don't know. Yeah. So, but I had I had to go. So, anyways, I went to Menards, which isn't for. They're not associated with us.
Where's your Menards? In my pants.
I heard the joke I was talking. What did Pirates say when he gets kicked in the balls? Oh,
Menards!
It's right. No. So I went there. First of all, I don't get this. That place. Have you been over there to that towards that Menards or no?
Yes, I've been in there a couple times.
It's a big store. The lighting department can be spotted from outer space.
I believe
I swear to God.
that and the Luxor Pyramid in Vegas.
They're the same thing. And where the Twin Towers used to stand.
And if they cross beams,
Right,
watch out.
get it.
Yeah. Sword fight.
That's not a joke. That's not, this what he's saying isn't a joke.
I'm serious.
Right.
Yeah.
First thing is I took my mom. I had to go to Best Buy, which I was happy because that was exactly that same thing. Same trip I was going to go to. I ended up, my brakes went out. That's when my brakes went out.
Oh, yeah. That's where I go for brakes.
No,
Best
no,
Buy?
no.
I got a
brakes
new
were out.
Alpine stereo, but my brakes are still out.
Yeah.
It was
My
an
brakes
open
were-
box.
My brakes were out, so I had to go drive somewhere.
No, my caliper blew out while I went there. I mean, full blown. Luckily I had just gotten off.
At 611.
Got off and went in the parking lot. Well, so they blew out. And I was like, yes.
Did they take Tuffy? Maybe Tuffy could have helped you out there.
Funny you should say that.
Funny.
No, but that's where I towed it. I had it towed to Tuffy.
Well, he's got a Tuffy card. Of course he's got a.
I did. I had it towed to Tuffy. So anyway, I went over to Best Buy and I went to go look at some software and stuff. And my mom says, I'll stay in the truck because she, her out running around she couldn't. So she says, I'll stay there. I said, okay. So I run into Best Buy.
Did you at least leave it running with the air on for her? Crack a window?
Cracked the window, though.
Yes. Why wouldn't I do that?
She comes out.
Because you're cheap and gas is expensive.
There was a car parked next to him that had a dog in it with the engine running, the air conditioning on.
So he comes out, they broke out his
sat,
truck window and it gave his mom a bowl of water.
the dog just sat there and
The
mocked
cops
her.
are there. Yeah.
Look in the window.
She had a bowl of water and a fresh diaper.
I'm
sorry. That was right there.
So what I did was we were there, Best Buy, ran out, and then I started going down. I did not realize how developed that whole
Your mom was?
No, that whole area has gotten. I know.
Which area? Over by Menards?
Yeah.
Well, I worked there at that Bendix World headquarters. I was there for months.
That's incredible.
That's right there. Yeah. And you know what? That's funny you said that because they're adding. Did you hear what they're adding there?
No.
They're adding it's like 4 fast food places, some other restaurant, another store or whatever.
Really? Over there?
Offhand, yeah. One of those the chicken places that are starting to become pretty popular. The Tenders. Cane's is going there. A bunch of I want to say like 4 or 5 restaurants. Like
please God, let there be a White Castle.
No.
All they need now is people to work there.
Yeah, dude, nobody can find anybody to work, which I don't understand.
There is a ton. I mean, a ton of places. I was shocked. There was, I guess,
they're waiting for you, Ed.
Capella.
I want a deal on some chicken. I want you to work somewhere good.
And I want you to work the register so I could get like a 50-piece tender for a dime.
That's right. You ever had a friend that worked fast food?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I worked on the turnpike.
Girlfriend that worked at fast food.
Ferguson did at Arby's.
Did he? It's ridiculous.
He got busted. By because when it was all fine, we ordered I'll have a small water and a French fry. He's like, okay, come right up. And he brought 4 shopping bags full of food. I'm telling you, it weighed 15 pounds. And we there's 4 of us Silvasian, and we all leave. We're all leaving, and we were good, I guess. He said until I turned around, and I was probably high back then.
Good God!
And I was like, hey, thanks, Ferg.
Oh God!
And I didn't think that was that bad, but they probably looked up and saw us with
Cops
a flatbed. We had one of those push cart flatbeds full of food, and apparently they looked into it and found that he had given us extra.
That's why I don't want to lose my job over 80 pounds of fries.
Okay,
it's not like you can't go find another one. Everybody's hiring.
Yeah,
that's true.
They'll probably just be like, you know what, it's cool. Come on and just show up to work. We don't care.
They won't fire you.
No,
but yeah, that's a developing area. Funny you said that.
No, it's fun. It is. It's really developed. There's a Capella's over there. There's a. It's not quite like a center. What the Dave and Buster's?
No, the main event. I don't like the main event.
I've never been.
It's like Dave and Buster's little brother.
Isn't it like corporate place, where you take an office party or something?
No, it's got like a bowling lanes in it, but it's all those ticket games. And the restaurant, I didn't care for the restaurant there.
Cabela's, there's a big Ashley Furniture.
They have private rooms there, Chucky, for like Wayne said, for private parties.
There's a Longhorn right there.
There's a Duluth Trading.
What was the one that was by the mall? It was a steakhouse. Was it Texas Longhorn that
it
closed?
Was Lone Star.
Lone Star. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Longhorn's probably the highest end of them, but I like Lone Star or Longhorn. It's
Longhorn. I'll eat Longhorn.
It's not bad.
Well, we went.
But they're expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Went there, and so you go to Longhorn.
Schwartz Lone Star.
And so I decided, well, let's go to Menards to get this filter. Like if you ever bought an off-brand of something like that, and
is it for your refrigerator?
yes,
Yeah.
How are they so expensive? I mean,
That's why I get mine on Amazon.
like $70 or $45.
That's why I like
what's in there? Is there a platinum, titanium, or what?
It's loaded with diamonds. It's a diamond filter.
People are stealing the filters like catalytic converters.
I was gonna say,
Turn them in for scrap after they cut them apart and take the platinum out of them.
the one that Ed gets from like Big Lots has like lead balls. He doesn't understand why he's feeling so run down.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
So I'm like the water out of the fridge is
It's actually gray.
It's a little
They're making
chalky.
fishing lures out of it. Sinkers. Yeah. Different ones.
It's you go there with a normal glass, and then when you pull it up, it's yes, it's so heavy. No. So I'm a huge advocate of those filters. See, for some reason, the water around here,
It's bad.
Really?
Yeah. Like Amherst water
he's
is
not
terrible.
kidding. He
It
is
used to be good.
Well, that's because they started getting it from we used to just get our own spring water
yeah.
because Amherst it's all fed by underground springs. Well, they decided to tie into.
wait a minute. Wait. So you don't understand. You're not supposed to drink spring water.
Guess what?
Well, they still run it through like
A filter?
osmosis or
No,
something.
because I got kidney stones.
That's because you drink like a 12-pack of pop a day
Yeah.
and wash it down with a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Those 3-year-old vitamins.
The water they
don't
get
help.
now, the water they get now is
You
terrible.
knew that was coming.
It's funny because I got the new ones, the libido ones.
Oh, did you see his libido vitamins?
I'll get it in a second. I'll get it in a
Oh,
second.
Wayne.
I'll get it in a second.
Wayne, he bought
Wait,
basically gas station boner pills
Nuh-uh.
in bulk.
he's getting away. We'll get to it in a second. We'll get to that in a
I hope
second. So I'm in there, and I said, okay, well, I'm hey mom, just wait a second. And if any audience never look at that cute, what are you looking at?
Oh,
It's a random hair.
it's not curly. Oh, there was others when you blew. You blew on the,
That's because Ed shaves his balls on the table.
No,
I think it came off the
cute.
It was at the base of the cucumber.
That's because I was doing something with it earlier.
Oh wow!
No, that I went
Just
now
taking
for any,
selfies.
right off the bat for audience members. If you get a chance to go to this store, it may not be. That's I know it's a chain, but is
It's
it
a chain, but I
Northern
don't know
chain?
how. Yeah,
How
but
big is
Menards
it?
is what it's called. So check it out.
Yeah. Hey Gary,
You can
Gary,
save
I know
big
it's
money.
or Monk. I know it's your big. Your
Open up, Ed.
Yeah, that's look out for the audience. Go to the YouTube channel. You could see how big this cuke is.
Open your mouth.
Look. It's huge.
Sorry.
So if you get a chance to go, if you have it like maybe down south, it's a different
amazing.
whatever. Yeah, it's when I mean big. First of all, when you park, most people park when they park, they'll go park near the entrance. Okay, not realizing that's a mistake.
No, you park near the entrance or exit at this place,
That's right.
or wherever you can find a parking
It's
spot.
like 2/3 over towards the exit, so you don't have to walk quite so far to get in, but you can get right the hell out.
The exit is so far.
I do that at every store I go
This
to.
is
though.
Menards.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
When you leave, you use binoculars to
Yeah.
find
And you're like,
your.
oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, just like son of a pup.
Yeah, right. So what happens is I went in first of all. I parked kind of in between the exit entrance. Go in, and for the audience, I can't stress at how big this and disorienting that store is because the layout is really odd.
It's janky.
It's
It is
As soon as
different,
you go in, as Wayne said, first of all,
There's like laundry detergent.
And it's weird. There's like a turnstile.
Yeah.
And that confused me.
dude, did you get? I've been hit.
Pasta O's.
Like, wait a
It
minute.
hit me square in the balls
Oh well.
because it didn't. It was locked, and I didn't know. I walked up to it, and I
You started humping it.
and it locked and hit
He
me.
tried five
Well,
times.
I mean, I've used those before, so I was good.
Yeah, it
No,
wasn't his first
evidently,
rodeo.
It was locked, and they had this like a cattle thing
Oh,
open.
one of
the
those.
gates.
Yeah. the
And I
gate.
go, so I told the lady, I go, oh God, because I hit it and was like, oh God, help
Yeah.
me,
Were you looking for some like sympathy rubs from her or something? She's like, they don't pay me enough, sir.
She probably pointed to a very obvious sign that you didn't see.
I've walked into places that say closed.
Right.
I'm like, hey, what's up? They're like, yeah, we're closed. Oh,
Yeah.
No,
a big sign that says closed.
So I go in and A1 not kidding. As soon as you go in the door, the right-hand side has little tchotchke items, little something. And then there's this enormous lighting department.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah.
It's huge.
Two stories.
2 stories.
And here's the worst part. They have every possible bulb on. And it is hot as balls as you can.
Yeah, but luckily it's right next to the fans.
Yeah.
So they circulate the hot air.
It is when you literally, I mean, every bulb is on, and it's just bright as hell. So I was like, God damn, is it? And it's because the store is so tall. You can't see the signs that say departments like lumber this way. So
there's a whole store upstairs.
Oh yeah.
I
have never gone to that. I didn't because I didn't know I needed.
Are you too lazy to walk up the flight of stairs?
He's never been. He's never been.
Dude, they got lawn furniture, like 2 levels of lawn furniture.
Oh, I didn't know all that.
Christmas trees
set up upstairs. Yeah.
Did they start setting their Christmas ornaments out yet? I'm not kidding.
Yeah, they're taking the Halloween stuff down already.
Yeah, some of the other stores are already putting fucking Christmas shit up.
That's so true.
You're
Yeah.
kidding. So I was like, I go in, it's a story. So I found 2 ladies where, first of all, which I'm thankful for. I was just bombarded with people. Do you need help? Do you need help?
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great
Because
thing.
I've been to other stores where they look at you and then they just go back to their phone.
However, Chucky and I have talked about this. What we're left with now is some of the workers that
Since everybody needs people, they're just taking anybody.
Oh yeah. I saw people at a McDonald's in Ridgeville, just plain clothes. Like
they just showed up.
they're wearing their
we
own
need a job.
sweats, just sweats and a t-shirt. Like nothing matched.
Like it was an old 50s diner.
Oh yeah. It's like
Mel was there
yeah.
calling people dingy broads.
And and I hate when you go in there and they're always like, sorry, we're really behind. We're short-handed today. That's how they start.
Yeah.
Or you're the only one in the drive-through. I pulled up, the 2 lanes are wide open, the lights are on. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get right in. I pull in and they're like, I hear nothing. Finally, I'm like, hello, can I order? She's like, we'll be with you in a minute. I'm the only one there. Like literally.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yes, dude, that's not a joke. Well, it seems like whatever workers
Please step aside.
I have to tell you what I did. I went to the McDonald's in by the Illyria Mall, and they have the 2 lanes.
Yeah.
And I pull up. There was nobody in either lane. I pull up, and I'm sitting there, and he's like, "We'll be with you in a minute." This other car pulls up, takes her order. She drives through. I'm like, okay, I'm next.
I go fucking.
I'm like, well, wait.
banana
I'm like,
shit
all right.
there.
Maybe they just got her first, whatever. Then another car pulls up. They take their order, and I'm like, "Are you fucking shitting me?" And he's like, "We'll be right with you." I'm like, "Whoa!" I had to drive away because I didn't want the dropped food or anything.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, I didn't know my mic was on.
Yeah.
And real
Chucky.
quick,
I didn't know I was hot.
Yeah,
Chucky.
But yeah, it's like,
wait,
oh my gosh.
go ahead. I can hear Ringus. Go ahead.
Oh, Chucky, you're the exact same thing that happened to you happened to me, and it was in Illyria, except when they took the second order, I drove around to the window where the girl was, supposed to take your money, and she walked away from the window as I pulled up, and I banged on the window, and she just kept walking away. So I drove up to the next window and waited in line. And the girl comes up to the window and she goes, "Do you have an order?" I said, "No, because none of you motherfuckers took it." I said, "You took 2 people ahead of me." And the girl just looked at me for a minute. I go, "I'm sitting there and you're taking 2 cars ahead of me and not even," and I go to the other window. The girl walks away from the window and the girl comes over. Another girl goes, "Oh, I don't know what really happened there, but I'll take your order." And I went, "No, fuck you." I left. I drove away. I was like, Chucky, I was like so human. I wanted to fucking get out of that car.
That's the thing you don't do is because you're going to, that's why I hate complaining.
Well, see, like I said, I didn't know my mic was on. I'm like, "You fucking kidding me?" Then he was like, "We'll be right with you, sir." I'm like, "No."
I had some elderly women and men like you ever been behind somebody and all of a sudden they go quick and you can't quite get in, but you've already ordered.
Right.
Well, so that's how
they just want their burger that much quicker.
Like I waited behind somebody and they let 2 cars go. So I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm done. I'm getting in here. And she felt like since she had ordered already, even though I was next in the back in the rotation, what do you go by, rotation? Or I don't know your order. I don't know. And I just got out there. And she's looking at me like waving her arms all around. She probably just got a latte, double latte, minus whatever, blah, 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 whatever. And it was, she was all pissed off and carrying on. And
see, that's a problem is we're left with
rage.
Yes, we are left with the workers that whatever, like Chucky said, so you stole a couple things. Can you still come back to work?
They're willing to, over.
And I'm not encouraging audits. I'm not encouraging that. But
so you stole a few things. I wasn't even thinking that.
So you got a 65-inch QLED TV. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just come on back to work tomorrow, okay?
Right. Or you drove a forklift through half of our stock.
That's funny because I heard of somebody. I forgot who it was, but they bought like a 60-inch TV off of somebody out of a trunk, and and it was cheap. They took it home, and it was just a menu from a fast food place. You couldn't tap into it and change the feed. It was literally a menu from a Wendy's or whatever that was on their wall or refit. And I don't know 100% if that I didn't see it myself.
Right.
But how funny is that?
Dude, see, we're left with it, which I'm thankful in certain respects. Like I went to KFC, and when I was at KFC, there was girls in the window. They took my order. They said, okay, pull around. I pulled around, and they were talking, and I have the money in my hands, and they were talking and trying to end which was, I could hear, was nonsensical, old conversation, blah, 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 blah. But
they have a chicken leg, hold on. Just put the chicken leg in their mouth. Sure enough, come back.
Yes.
And it was your chicken leg.
Yeah.
Hold your thought 1 second. I'm going to pause this real quick. There you go. So anyways, I went in there. So I needed help. And there was a lady that I said, can you please, I need, this store is not only that, they have groceries there that you can get groceries.
They do.
Yes. They've got an extensive, just everything is more extensive than the average stores.
Candy. I mean, they have everything.
There is. For the audience, this guy isn't kidding. If you go, they have
this one.
They actually have, and it's movie style, like the bigger boxes that are there. So I go there and it's like $1. So I'll get that was probably it. Yeah, but not that.
Not the marble. You can't eat the marbles.
Mabel's marbles.
Yeah, no. So I said, lady, can you get I need this fridge filter. And she says, okay. God damn, I got to pause this. Hold on, audience. So what happened was she goes, I said, can you help me find this filter? She goes, I know exactly where it is. Hand to God, we walked for like a minute, walking through these
whole minute.
It's not like she said it's here. A minute. That's how far this. I mean, imagine walking.
You must have been tuckered out. Did you have your walking shoes on? Your mall walkers?
Yeah.
No.
Were you in those motorized carts?
He had his white New Balance on.
His rascal.
Hope you stayed hydrated.
He got all 10 of his daily steps in.
You broke a record.
But here's the thing. Have you guys ever replaced your fridge filter?
Well, yes, because we have fridges with water and filters.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, the reason is for the.
I honestly order mine online.
Well, I used to, but if it's right there, it's not that far, and it's only a few dollars more than on Amazon.
See, I get Amazon, and it's delivered to my door in 2 days.
Yeah.
But you buy them in a 3-pack, don't you, Chucky? And it's cheaper.
I do.
I don't ask.
And then they're just plugged in. You just push them in.
The water still goes through the same filter.
He's wrong.
You could tell when your filter is starting to go, though.
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Especially with the Amherst water.
Yeah. Our water, Wayne, this isn't a joke. The water around here.
It tastes almost moldy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the only way to describe it.
Yes. I try and tell it. I told it to Rengus, and he blames it on our pipes have been calcified.
Wow.
When you first, in the morning, when you first turn on the water, like in the kitchen, it either smells like sulfur, like poop,
like well water, almost
like well water, or it smells like intense chlorine. One or the other.
We usually get the chemically one. We don't get the poop one.
Yeah.
Are you getting your water from the sump pump?
that
I just had it cleaned. I never got to tell that story, which I'll get to.
Well, wait,
let me finish
the
this.
Edward twins coming on?
Yeah, I'm waiting for. He just he said, yeah, the other guy just showed up, so I just told him what to do. I'm waiting for him to invite. In fact,
I can't believe. I mean, Amherst used to have one of the top.
Yeah, now it
rated,
tastes like ass.
Wow.
It's terrible water. That's
But wait a minute, Chucky, you got the same filter style as I do. You push it in and it pops out, and you
Yeah.
push the new one in.
Yeah.
See, wait a minute.
It's simple.
No, he's wrong. He's wrong. For audience, Ringus is wrong.
Mine's easy.
Mine's easy.
Wrong.
Just because yours is from the 30s, Ed.
Wrong.
His actually uses a wool. He has a wool filter on his. It's an older style.
This has happened. I hand to God that first of all, for the audience, you turn on and we get this funky thing. So that's why I insisted to my father when he was alive. I would tell him, do not drink the tap water ever. Don't drink tap water ever. And he insisted on drinking it. He would make coffee out of that stuff.
Yeah.
And he always goes, your coffee tastes so much better than mine. Yes, because I use the filtered water. I keep telling him I did. So he didn't want to listen. So now the thing is, Wayne, I use a Brita in my fridge over here. I have a Brita water filter that I drink down here and I put my ice on. You could see when you hold up ice and you use tap water and my Brita, you can see the clarity difference. Like the ice is clear.
Really?
Yes.
See, I didn't realize it was like that.
God.
Sea monkeys in it.
Yeah. You need one of those.
I literally just watched you spit while you were laughing,
sorry.
and it was like white.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I thought we were at a Huey Lewis concert.
Sorry.
You need one of those ones that is just like take an old one and just make it so you can put your own stuff and just buy some of that fish tank charcoal and that filament and just screw it together and run it for about 5 gallons.
Refillable water
good.
filters. Anybody
There you
listening? Wayne, A1 Wayne just came up with that.
Just
idea.
like the ink cartridges, they're getting so crazy. Why can't you make your own? There you go. Right. That's it. We're done. We're never going to do the show again. We were rich, millionaires.
So I found out. I did get the fridge.
Is that why your teeth and whites are yellow?
I like the long blink. That was the best part. We did blink, blink, blink. No.
You can make your own little vitamins. Just fill a bucket of water and then
And
when
let
it
it just-
evaporates,
Yeah.
just scrape it and make it into a little
You can muddle them up with one of those medicine things.
powder, pour it in the.
And I buy little forms, like rubber forms.
or just little capsules.
Yeah, fill the gel caps.
There you go. Minerals.
Just cut out some lines.
Yep. You'll be totally
Chop
hydrated.
'em up.
Totally hydrated.
So I went and I had to get the fridge filter. I use Brita. That's different. You can buy those little individual ones that go in the pitcher.
They're convenient.
I like that. I can taste the difference. The one upstairs, runs to the fridge like most do. Now your guys probably because you're rich. You probably
we're loaded, Ed.
Yeah, well, first of all, is your filter on the bottom of your fridge
Mine's
or
on top.
inside?
Mine's
It's
inside.
Mine's inside on the top.
I just pull the little thing down and it falls down and I twist it. Pull it
Some
out, put the
people,
new one in
right? It's a quarter. Is yours a quarter?
Yeah.
Okay, and is it a long, thin one?
Some people say it's girthy, but yeah.
Mine's kind of like the microphone
Yes,
size.
a thicker.
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a little taller.
Mine's
like
not.
this.
Mine is. This is the one upstairs from my parents. It's not. It's got 2 little heads on it, and you do this thing. I swear. Now I bought. I'm not going to deny for the audience
It's
out
got
there.
like full garden hose connectors. 2 of those,
It's got 1/2 inch with
Looks like
coarse threads.
Looks like a scuba tank.
Every time he gets water out of the fridge, you hear.
Wow. I think it's starting to go bad.
It's brand new.
Oh, you gotta prime it. Get that air out.
It has the valve sound.
Has a pump.
And when you first change your filters, the water is so black.
Oh,
It looks like when you were like a little kid and you were
Yes.
watercolor painting. It looks like
yeah,
that water.
it does.
It
Yeah.
is. It's so insane. So yeah.
It's just charcoal dust coming out.
No.
That's
no.
what it is.
How about no? First of all, Chunky's not kidding. You can my fridge, or at least my parents' fridge, has this little light. It changes color. It's either after time or gallons. It measures how many gallons go through it that the filter works. So that they say the filter is either based on time. Like if you put it in, never did anything, and then come back 9 months later, it'll tell you time to change your filter, even though you didn't do anything. So it's one or the other. It's got a timer on. Well, this one, I'm telling you, no one, until you see it happen, you don't believe me. But the one that we have has these two prongs. Look at all these. Look at his face.
I don't even know what's coming yet.
Right. Has two. I have a used one up there that I had.
You save it so you can try to fix it.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean it and repack
Cut that bitch in half and make your own like little,
It has a push button and it pops out and these two prongs are on it and you have to get them lined up perfectly. All right, not
How hard
joke.
is it? My old fridge was like that, and you push it in, it came out, and then you put the other one in.
In that order?
Yes, just like that. 2 steps.
So confusing.
Yeah.
No, here's the difference.
Your old one was like your refrigerator was like a GE or something.
I won't deny. I bought the fridge at the Habitat for Humanity for my parents when it was open years ago. Yeah, it was. Look at the look on his face. That says it all. There's nothing wrong with that. It was a brand new donated fridge from Home Depot.
Wow, that was a mouthful.
Yeah,
brand new donated fridge.
It's like a printer. It's cheaper just to throw it out and get a new fridge than it is to buy a new water filter.
However,
disposable refrigerator. Just throw it out.
Yeah,
no rebuild kit.
This thing has. No one believes me I told them till you see it happen, that you have to pop in this filter and it does this weird snap. It makes this like a,
I think you might have a short in it.
Yeah.
You snap this filter in and if you buy an off brand and
it knows,
it alerts you
just like the printers. This isn't a Canon certified ink cartridge.
Yeah, right.
Aww.
Exactly.
What I'm going to tell you, audience out there, if any of you have had this happen, please get a hold of us. Follow us. Watch the video. It tells you how to follow us on Twitter, etc. Blah, 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 blah. Really happened. And no one believes me till you see it.
You've been going on about it for 10 minutes.
You pop it in. And I bought, when I first got it, I figured off brand. Who cares? As long as it's got the 2 prongs, the whole 9 yards. You pop and look.
I know what happened. It projects an image of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, not
leaning over. You remember?
No.
Yeah.
Help me, Obi-Wan. Come on. You're our only hope. there's like a little R2D2 coming out. That was nice. That's nice.
No, this thing, what really happened, I put it in, and my dad was alive at the time. And we put it in, and they tell you, go ahead.
And you're just now changing it again?
No.
Oh, I was like,
no. This is when I learned. I learned back then. You have to buy the recommended one or very comparable to that. Don't buy like Bob's
water filters.
Because what happened?
I put it in, and I didn't hear that weird clicky sound. You put this in there. And then when I hit the water, because it goes through this, there's what people don't realize. There's a lot behind the fridge is a coil of about, 10 feet that the water runs through the fridge to chills it. So it comes out to the other thing. It runs through there and then it runs up through the filter and then comes back down and goes in.
Mom, don't flush the toilet. I'm getting water from the sump pump.
There's your problem.
I hit this thing. You heard, and then it stopped. And this thing shot, because I had the fridge open, shot out of that fridge like a goddamn cannonball. The filter went.
The filter shot out?
Yes. It gets pressurized on this thing. And I was like, well, that's...
Was it like one of those rockets you had as a kid?
Kids, yeah.
You fill with water and then pump it up?
Yes. That's exactly what happened.
I don't think you had it seated correctly.
Yeah, you probably didn't do it correct.
Well, I put it in, and I was like, and it kept popping out. And then I closed the door, and you'd hear it go, and inside the fridge, and open it up, and there it is laying down. It popped open. And so I went to Home Depot, and this is when I found out the dude at Home Depot says these off brands, like you get them from Indonesia or wherever you get them from, it's just a hair off, because otherwise you're breaking copyright laws and patents, that they make that entrance thing just a hair off so it doesn't seat properly and shoots out, because that is pressurized in there, because that water's going through those filters. And I was like, oh my God. So I went in and I even asked the lady, first thing she asked me, thank God I found someone who was educated. I said, I need this filter. And I had it. I think I still have
You were carrying it around in your back pocket?
No.
He's like, oh my God, I have to buy a real one. I have to pay full price.
Can I apply for a Menards card?
Yeah.
Can I do the payment plan?
Can I do dishes?
Get your 11% off.
It is. I even had the Frigidaire WF2CB. And so I said, I need this one. First thing she goes, filter shot out of the fridge, didn't she? And I said,
oh,
yeah.
With your Toledo rocket hat on. Wow.
Yes. So thankfully I found someone to help me out. And that really happened. Really, for audience members, get that one. If you have that fridge and you have that filter.
So did you pay full price?
Yes. Well,
are we okay?
What'd she set you back? You don't mind me asking.
I love when people are like, what'd she set you back? Love when they ask that.
Oh God. Yeah. The Edwards twins are signing in right now. Hold on.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Let's see.
Good timing.
Are you pausing? Are we rolling?
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're still rolling. We're still rolling. Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all good.
We're going in hot.
Oh, we're on the TV.
Are we going to be able to see them?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on this one. So
we've been on that. You just noticed.
Well, I don't pay attention a whole lot.
That's okay.
I'm looking around for things to eat down here. Then I realize I don't want to touch anything down here.
Is that a new air fryer?
I'm just going to.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Stepping up.
New to you air fryer or a new air fryer?
Before the Edwards twins come on, that just to let you know, I did pay $37. I'm looking in the camera. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong camera. There you go. I'm looking in the camera now. $37, but I get 11% back because
after you mail it in. Yeah, 37. Menards get you that way. They're like, everything's 11% off if you mail your shit in.
Oh, and nobody does it.
I do.
I do because Gary told me about it. Or sorry, Monk told me about it. I do because Monk told me about it. He's the one who
you shall never speak his name.
I'm going to pause just for a second, audience, but I'm going to let them in. Okay. Audience members, I got it. They just finally got a chance to come on. I got the Edwards twins, which are on fantastic. If you go to their website, theedwardstwins.com, you'll be able to see videos of some of their shows, all their upcoming events. Check them out. Plus, we're going to be exiting with the Edwards twins. I'm taking a compilation that Anthony, which for the audience, he's on the far left of the screen and Eddie's on the right. So check it out. You're going to be amazed. And you had a chance. I'm thankful just to have him on, that we're going to be interviewing him right now. But when they first came on, audience, I complimented them on their shirts. Where did you guys get your shirts?
We actually got them in Singapore. When we were over there. We got a whole slew of them. We went shopping in the Muslim district where they do all the fabrics. And then we brought them to an amazing tailor, and he made us like 12 of them. And he did an amazing job. So much talent over there.
Yeah, we had to go get like the buttons, like everything is like detailed with the buttons. If you can be able to look at the
Holy
buttons.
cow.
Awesome.
I mean, everything. So we're just kind of detailed type of people.
Now, there's
so is Ed. You can tell by looking around his basement.
Yeah,
He's very detail oriented.
You know, it was the cap that gave that away.
He's like, I'm going for early American crap.
And you know what? You're doing a fine job.
You nailed it.
Is that craft or is that crap?
It's my speech impediment. It's
No, for the audience, I got to lay out a little bit of how I met these guys. And I was working, and for you guys which didn't know, maybe Anthony, I didn't get a chance to tell you, I'm no longer with the Palace, which is a whole story I can tell you off the air.
Sure.
I left the Palace.
Charges are pending.
They're not.
Well, you know what? I could say a lot of stuff, but I have to perform there in September.
No, I was working there, and I want to tell this story real quick. That they got a chance again. Go to theedwardstwins.com to be able to see this videos and stuff like that of there. They came on, and when you guys first got booked, Was Linda the promoter that booked you there? Okay, there's this promoter, audience
Linda
members.
Corrigan.
Yes, and she is fantastic. She books a lot of stuff. I think you guys performed in Florida for her or something, and that's where she met you or something along that lines.
That's right.
And fantastic lady. She came in and said, "You got to see these guys perform." Now, don't take any when I
no, please. I understand. Say
Anthony,
it.
I've talked to Anthony a million times. Again, when he first told me, I said, "Well, what do you mean?" She said, "It's not like a drag show because you hear these drag shows."
Right.
And I said, "So okay." And she said, "It's not. It's in my buddy, which right over here, CPAP Chuck.
Hey,
he's the one who told me.
I do use a CPAP just in case you're wondering.
Oh, good.
He is CPAP Chuck because
I don't want to die in my sleep. It's one of those things. No big deal.
Right. And what happened was CPAP goes, "Ed, these shows are going to be fantastic. You got to see it." And I said, I don't know if this is my kind of cup of tea, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's okay. That's okay.
Absolutely.
I had to work the show anyways. And we helped you set up. These guys came in. They had a fantastic, I think it was 2 or 3 person crew that you had with you.
Yes.
An adorable young lady, a great guy, and they set everything up. And I know it's my clock. This is how bad it is.
It's haunted down here too, in case you're wondering.
Again, always Late Night with Ed Money. Go on our website, wesaidmoneylive.com. Go to the right-hand side, like, share, subscribe, and please tell 2 friends. So what happened is we start setting everything up, and I'm looking around, all these costume changes, and I said, what is this? Then I met you guys. Then you came in, introduced yourselves, met them, and I thought, well, let me give them a chance, see what's going on. Yeah. So you guys, I think you were missing a stagehand at the time. Maybe one of them. Okay. So they said, "Do you mind working backstage and helping them out?" And normally I go back there, depends on the show. I hide their hang, just make sure you need anything. But he said,
"Sleep."
I don't sleep. These guys,
not you.
I don't sleep back there. These guys know. So I said, okay, yeah, I'll gladly help out. So next thing you know, the action started. The show kicked on. You started doing things. And the first, I met him and I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't remember if it was you, Eddie, or if it was Anthony. Who's the one that first dressed up like it was
Dolly Parton? Dolly Parton.
That was Eddie. That was Eddie.
Okay, that was amazing.
This isn't a joke. Because I don't know if I'll tell you, but he was backstage. I am working there, so I know I can see who the people are. These guys were dressing up. I turn around. I start doing something else. I turn back, and I go, "Ma'am, you can't be back here." And it was Eddie because he looked that real.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. You don't. I mean, I literally said, you can't be back here. And he goes, "No, it's me." I was flabbergasted. Yeah. And so then it threw me. I was going to ask her out, so.
It happens a lot.
Yeah, I can understand. So I said, "Oh my God." And then the action started. You guys were going out on stage and then they sang. Now for the audience, we would get a lot of people to use backing tracks, which is fine for the music. We get a lot of people that also would sing to their own song. You guys sang. And when I heard them sing, it blew. I was literally texting CPAP Chuck over here. I was texting him because I go, "Oh my God, I can't believe this show."
Yeah.
And it was you guys and not just because they're on the show. It totally changed what I thought the show would be. You guys were that fantastic that it was.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I don't know if I'm coming across wrong, but it blew me away for what I did. I expected, and then what I got was unbelievable.
That's
unbelievable.
Well, Ed, we have actually dealt with this for 35 years. What do you say if I had $1 for every person that has actually said that? Because when you see our advertising, you immediately think, okay, man dressing up as woman's got to be a drag show,
No, this isn't it. I thought the same
nothing even close to that.
No.
We just happen to have a gift of basically looking and sounding exactly like celebrities as if they are actually there on stage performing.
I'm not going to deny it. Yes.
And
Blew me
being the
away.
fact that I'm a man, it even makes it even that much more interesting because I'm doing all the females, and in not at all in not a drag way, in a way where it's like even you forget the fact that I'm even a man.
Agreed.
But yet you're looking at it
Agreed.
and saying, how can anybody be that dead on with a character?
It was dead on.
But yet people just don't have any idea. But you have to realize we have done this for almost 40 years.
That's what he just wrote
practice
me.
makes perfect.
He just hit me with a note. When did you guys first start? So you were 15? Because
no, we were 6 years old when we started doing
That's
voice.
what I wanted to hear. How
Wait a
young,
minute.
Yeah.
when they did it
6
for
years?
family, and
Yes.
Yeah, we lived in Burbank, California, right almost across the street from NBC Studios, where our Uncle Jack worked, which was on the Sonny and Cher show, and
Get
a lot
the
of
hell out of here.
Yep. And
He was the announcer. He was the one who said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Sonny and Cher." That was our Uncle Jack. And he was also one of the cast members too.
He was also he did a lot of the skits. So we would hang out at NBC and CBS. Which was more, further away than NBC. But, and we had this uncanny ability of doing all these voices. So when we met all these celebrities, we would mimic them. And of course, they just thought it was the cat's meow. And we, got a chance to, hang with the stars and,
So you started out impersonating.
Well with them. Yeah.
Yeah, impersonating. And then it kind of grew from there. When did the official act start that you said, I want to be, this is what we're going to do? Was it?
I had my career way before we even teamed up together. I'm one of the original cast members of La Cage aux Folles.
Oh, right on.
So basically I had my own show in Las Vegas for a good portion of, the 80s. And then once that came to an end, that's when my brother and I got together and we started our own show.
Yeah.
So
but we wanted to do it differently. We wanted to not have lip syncing. Most of the
right. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you actually sing.
Right. Exactly. We actually sing. It's our voices.
That's what blew me away.
And so we wanted to make it different than what was popular at that time. And we also wanted it to be a twin show, not a drag show. So it's based on a pair of identical twin brothers who look and sound like all these different celebrities, from Billy Joel to Elton John, Andrea Bocelli, the Bee Gees, Barbra Streisand, Cher,
Neil Diamond.
They did.
Celine Dion. I watched. Yeah. I've seen. It's amazing.
That's what they did on the show. I was backstage. There was a moment. I don't think you recorded videoed that. You may have video showed when you did it when you were at the Palace. I was a hand because I ran out to watch it because at that time, Tech Man Isaac, he's texting me. He goes, "Dude, you got to see the show from outside." So I ran out from backstage out, and I'm watching it. And then all of a sudden, I go, "Oh my God, they need my help!" And I had to run backstage. I was a hand that came out from behind the curtain and grabbed a prop, and then came back. That was me.
Yes, and Ed, you should show the pictures that we took with you.
The Elton John one. Elton John. I'm thinking I will for the audience. During editing, look for this. Go to the YouTube, the BitChute, or the Odyssey, and you'll be able to see that. I'm going to add this to it. And these guys just hit me on something else. What venues in Vegas that have you performed at that they gave you? They said, "Hey, come on in here."
Yeah. So I started out at the Riviera Hotel. Okay. In the 80s. Okay. So I worked actually for the mall.
I would never get. Wait a minute. Look at their faces, guys. You see their face? In the 80s. Wait a second.
They sold their soul to stay young.
Because you guys are young as anything. Not that you're not.
That or we all lived a hard life here. So one of the two things happened.
Well, you know what? I will say, with all due respect, we are health food fanatics. We're as people would call it, arugula and tofu people.
Yeah, kale.
We just, and we've never had a sip of alcohol our entire life. We've never smoked drinks. So
I
we
dropped the ball a long time ago.
we get a lot of rest. So you know what? We're like
I'm drinking Crown and Mountain Dew.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Have a drink on us.
Yeah,
it'll make us look
amazing.
better.
So I'm sorry, Eddie. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You said
no, that's right.
Era.
So,
you said you
so I actually started my first adventure was in Las Vegas in the early 80s. That's when I actually started in Las Vegas, and then from that point, after I left the Riviera Hotel and we teamed up, we have basically worked pretty much every hotel on the Strip. Bally's, the Desert Inn when the Desert Inn was there,
right.
Imperial
Palace when the Imperial Palace was there.
Always had great
Caesars and Caesars and Bellagio and the Wynn and I can go on and on and on. I don't think there's a hotel that we have not played in the history of us being in Las Vegas.
Right on.
You know, we even, believe it or not, no pun intended, we even performed at the Four Queens.
Well, that's a short list to perform. Not many people can say that they've performed at all those venues.
Right. Is there
because a lot of people would hire us to come in and do special events,
right on
conventions, you know, a lot of that stuff, special guest appearances, you know.
Were there any people that you impersonated that maybe took offense? Maybe they gave you a hard time about it, or was, no, I mean, really, if they're impersonating, was there anybody that said, "Oh, you know, don't
that's not me,"
or
they're like,
no. They absolutely loved it. Kudos, so much so that when Eddie was invited to go visit Celine Dion, she literally said she was our biggest fan. Now this is Celine Dion.
Is she really
our biggest fan?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Can you imagine Celine Dion's your biggest fan? Now I'm not a huge fan. I thought she was cute, but she got a little thin. I know.
She got she
look on his face.
She got like really thin, like ooh.
She got a little thin.
Yes.
That was probably after her husband died, but you know.
Yes, that's right. She went through some issues, but she's going to be coming back very strong.
Is she? Is she?
Yeah.
She used to play at the was it Caesars? She was
Caesars.
Yeah. She was there for a while, and then
for a long time.
And then 2023, she'll come back to Vegas at the World Resort, which is the brand new hotel.
How is that? Have you been to it yet since it opened?
Yes, I have. I got to say honestly, because I don't like to toot anyone else's horn if I don't really like a hotel. Right. I wasn't really impressed with that hotel.
Right.
They could have done so much better in the design of it. I was just not impressed. And it wasn't nearly as big as what I thought it was going to be.
I was wondering if it lived up to the hype.
Think that it would be humongous. I think what's going to really be amazing is when they finish the Fontainebleau Hotel.
That thing's been under construction for like 3 decades, I think.
Yes.
I swear it seems like every time somebody buys it, they go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so true.
I'm actually in talks with them because the reason why is they're possibly wanting our show, and the reason why is because I was one of the original cast members at the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach in the famous LeRon Room. So when I was very young, very, very young, I was one of the original cast members in Miami Beach with Lacage at in the famous LeRon Room.
That's so
Tell me
cool.
something amazing.
Yeah. And when that's supposed to be done, when's that supposed to be finished? Like in a year, I think?
Yeah. The end of 2023, maybe 2024.
Yeah.
So now, because I've had the opportunity. Now, did anyone ever give you besides impersonating, just say you're working with someone? Did you have someone give you a hard time? Like when I go to Vegas, when I used to go to Vegas, the lovely Pam, my ex,
when you actually left Lorain County,
they rib on me. Don't worry about that, guys. But it's okay. But
what are friends for, right?
That's right. That's right. Well, when I would go to Vegas all the time, I would go out late, and that's where I'd meet a lot. I've met so many famous. It's just kind of go on, and then I still was doing my show back then because I was early podcasting back then. I had a good experience because I met Donnie Marie when they were at was it Imperial
No, they were at the
Flamingo, thank you. Across from Flamingo.
Yeah.
And then when I went in there, because I took my parents at one time to Paris, and they had Donnie Marie there, and they had Rita Rudner.
Yeah, that's right.
She was
great, Rita Rudner was there. Well, here I was with my mom and dad, and at that time I took them out there. I got a bonus check from work or something. I took them out, and once in a lifetime thing what you do for.
Yeah.
And my mom goes, she had to go to the bathroom really bad, and I saw this woman standing there in a dress. So I went up to her, and I just saw the back of her. Went up and I said, "Excuse," I just figured she's working there because no one dresses like that unless it's working. So I said, "Excuse me, do you know where the restrooms are at?" And she turned around, and it was Rita Rudner. And I said, she turned around and looked at me, and I said, "Do you know where the restrooms at?" And she goes, "No, I don't." I go, "You're Rita Rudner." She goes, "I know that, but I still don't know where the restrooms are."
That's very Rita. That's very
Rita. Oh my God! I'm sorry, I didn't know you're here. I figured since you're here, she says, "No, I don't know where they're at either." And I said, "Okay, thank you." But have you? She was great, and it's really nice about
That's
that.
funny.
I've met a couple that were bad out there.
We've actually been very blessed. Though there is one person, only one person, and you have to understand, we've met thousands of stars.
Oh, I can believe it.
And the thing is, we were asked to do a wonderful, we were the only people, as far as female impersonators, to be asked to do the Friars Club in New York City.
Get out of here.
And we were with a bunch of big stars, Robert Klein, the Calloway sisters, a lot of really big people. Now I won't tell you who it was for, but the thing is,
it was a big star.
It was a really big star.
She was very famous in the 70s
and 80s. Yes,
did you get starstruck?
Well, the thing is, no. She had asked us. Her agent had asked us to open for her.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And
it was basically they were doing
sing her songs.
To sing her songs.
Wait
they got a bunch of big stars. Yeah.
You're going to sing her songs.
Her songs.
For her. Opening for her.
Yeah. It was a tribute to her, and all these celebrities we
would sing a song that she was known for.
That she was known for.
Oh, I see.
Tribute. Okay, I was going to say that's unusual that you're opening with playing because then when they come out, they're like, "Well, what am I supposed to sing?"
All the B-sides.
Well, trust me when I tell you, she basically kept her biggest song for the last when she came and she actually sang it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So so there was one song that we could not sing, which was her biggest hit.
Okay.
Exactly. But anyways, long story short, she was pissed off because we didn't sing one song that she wrote. We sang a song she recorded with another big celebrity. So she was really very nasty. I wouldn't say nasty, but very distant towards us.
Really?
Yeah, which was kind of a really kick in the face to us because we canceled a bunch of performances to do this thing. Being the fact it was the New York Friars Club.
Yeah, Friars Club. I mean,
and really in the history, that's the only person that ever was kind of and
the only reason why we don't want to say this is because we're not here to tarnish any celebrity's name. But there, like I said, there was probably just one person.
Yeah.
Other than that, people, I mean, when celebrities find out that we're performing as them, they literally will try to find a place where they can actually come see us.
Right on.
That's flattering.
Yeah. Like this is a really funny story.
That's crazy.
So 2 days ago, are you guys familiar with the Magic Castle in Los Angeles?
No,
I'm not. Other than if it was maybe
the Magic Castle is literally a staple in Los Angeles. It is a place where all of the famous magicians, have a membership at.
It's like the place.
I think I have heard of that.
Cleveland, where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is.
Yeah. Same thing for magicians.
Well, it's kind of like that.
Has a lot of magic memorabilia and all that stuff and everything. lot of celebrities would go there. They would go there. They would take their kids. Johnny Depp, that would be one of his favorite places to take his kids. And Brad Pitt and all that stuff.
To watch magicians. I'm thinking that they're magicians.
Yeah, my God.
Like, is Johnny Depp a magician? Is this he does that?
No. He just because his son Jack loved magic, and he would bring Jack there all the time to be able to see shows because they would do all that stuff. Anyways, so this place was founded and owned by a man by the name of Milt Larson. You should probably Google this guy, Milt Larson, with the Magic Castle. There is so much history with the Magic Castle in Los Angeles. Anyways, so his best friend is Dick Sherman of the Sherman Brothers, who wrote Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Jungle Book, all that and everything. Now, Dick is about 90 years old. And so Dick has always been wanting to see us. But with COVID and everything, his wife didn't want him to leave, whatever. Sure. Anyways, Dick Sherman he's huge with Disney. He's one of the only Disney legends living of that time because he was handpicked by Walt Disney. Him and his brother were handpicked by Walt Disney. Anyways, so he's coming to see us with his son in January when we're performing there in Los Angeles, and we're doing for him Dick Van Dyke and Julie Andrews.
Oh, that'd be awesome!
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that for him.
I didn't know you guys did that. I didn't see that on your repertoire.
We don't. We didn't. We never have. We're learning it just for him.
Is there a way that our listeners could actually after the fact maybe tune in to hear it or see it or
that show, are you going to put a video of it up that the audience what do they go to?
Yes, once it's done and once it's filmed, we will have it basically on our website, of course, and then probably on YouTube
let me know, Eddie, when it's done. You or Anthony, let me know, and we'll promote the shit out of it and put it on our site. I mean, we the whole YouTube stuff is kind of newish to us. We just did it because all our listeners look at our faces. I mean, these faces are not these. Yes,
they're made for radio.
Yeah. In fact, one of them, Monk, you don't even see him. He's off screen, so you don't even see Monk. So he's off.
So you're more YouTube watchers and not necessarily YouTubers.
Yes, these faces are YouTube.
But if you go to like iTunes or Amazon or all those,
that's where the audience was for us. So we're now venturing into it, but
because of COVID.
Which is a good thing. So I will gladly let me know. I'll put links in. We'll put videos in of this. It sounds
absolutely.
Because I don't remember you doing anything, Dick Van Dyke or
and Dick is a good. Dick is a really good friend of ours. Yeah,
kidding.
So it should be a lot of fun and very very interesting. So it's definitely going to be on.
That's crazy. Yeah, this is great. Good for you. God bless you. Did you just? It's not that. Was it by accident? I know you said how you started doing it. You just started impersonating, but did you ever think doing this would turn into
a career?
Yeah.
Where is that point that you're like, I can't believe we're getting paid to do this?
Right. Because it started as a game. The way it started, Ed, was basically our mother would put us in front of the television set because we were literally double trouble. We were into everything. But when we were in front of that TV, we were literally like hypnotized. So we would always have games, and we had a game, and the game was who could do the best voice on the television, and whoever basically did the best was the one that actually won. And so it's actually started as a game.
That's just great. Talk about serendipitous things that just right place, right time, doing the right craziest thing. Well, if you could, go ahead. Get a question.
So was it an early age which you guys defined your roles with the pair? You became more the feminine voice.
Well, Eddie was always Eddie was always much better at females than I was.
Right.
I always had a much more higher voice than him. And I was always fascinated from when I can remember with makeup. I just loved makeup. I loved to be able to, you know, it was like an artist or whatever, but to me, it was like makeup. I mean, that's just kind of the way it was.
What's even crazy, this is even when I told this the quick story of meeting him when I met him working there, but when I turned around and asked him that you can't be back here, he had on a
breastplate.
Is that what it's called?
Breastplate.
Breastplate. He had
So were they like silicone boobs?
It
Yes.
looked
Right on.
because he had a revealing dress. It looked like, I mean, like I'm staring at boobs. I mean,
It's as real can be. No one can be able to look at it and say it's fake or whatever. I mean, and that's why a lot of people that come to see the show, when they come to see the show, they have no idea I'm a guy. No idea.
Do
And
they really think that there's a whole crew back there?
Oh, yes.
They think it's a whole crew, and they think that I'm a woman.
Yeah. And a lot of people will absolutely will go out. We'll go out of the show saying, "Oh, that woman, she was wonderful."
Yeah.
And not even
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you.
And even though we
I
tell them in the that we are identical twin brothers, it goes
over their head.
It's amazing.
It is
It's amazing.
For us, I know we've gone way over, and I don't want
keep
to
going a little bit
We-
because I had a question about their first gig.
Then
How
go
did the
ahead.
first paying gig go? Because it seems like every time anybody's like in a band or anything, the first gig is usually a nightmare. So do you guys remember your first one?
Yes. You know what? Yes. It was in
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Oh,
At a place called North Beach Cafe.
No
Yeah, it
kidding.
was a place
You went, like he just said, you went feet first right into Vegas.
wow.
Yeah.
That's a tough town.
And we were sold out for that show, and it was
Stop
so
it.
successful
You're
that
kidding.
we did it. We did it again, and then we took the show on the road. That's when our friend Mario from Boston, that was a big mobster guy. He's the one that really got us started on our first tour. And that's a whole story. That's a whole story in itself.
Right.
So were you terrified the very first time you got on stage and were doing it professionally versus, hey, I'm doing it as a a favor to someone, just doing a show, doing a production, whatever. The first time, hey, this is a paying gig, I'm going out. Were you terrified? Did you get stage fright?
Yes, because we weren't sure it was going to work.
Yeah,
we
had no idea.
We didn't have a formula back then. We didn't know if people would get bored. We didn't know, but it worked, and it was extremely popular. So much so that we decided to take it on the road, and then the rest is history. We're now doing 300 shows a year.
Holy crap! Are you
Wow.
ever home?
Never. No, never. We're literally in our van on the road doing this. So the thing is, and tomorrow we open up in Cape Cod.
Yeah, Cape Cod tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Beautiful time of year for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, well, I know we're over, and I don't want to keep you guys, but I can't. I just can't
we're
thank
good.
you. You're good for a few more, or no?
Yes, of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're here. Might as well.
We're here, yeah.
Might as well do it.
I just didn't know with these guys. I don't want to depress.
No, we're good.
For us, it's a little, now where are you based out of? Florida? Or are you out of based out of
Vegas.
Vegas.
Las
Okay,
Vegas,
you are.
Vegas.
How is, first of all, I got to ask you this.
The water situation? Yes.
That's exactly what I was just
That's
gonna
all I
ask.
think about. I'm afraid to go.
Okay, well, let me tell you something about the water situation. They've been saying we have been having issues with the water situation ever since I started in Vegas around 1984, 1985. They've been saying it since then.
Yeah,
So
but the
and I'm not saying that it's not an urgent matter, because it is.
Right.
It is. But the problem now is that there's a lot more people moving to Las Vegas now than there ever has been, because what's happening is everyone from California is coming to Las Vegas because of the how expensive California is.
And their house burned down.
Yeah,
right. Well, there you go.
And taxes and all this stuff. They're going to Vegas. They're going to Texas. They're going to Arizona.
Yeah.
So,
It's weird they're not coming to Ohio. It's weird to say.
No.
I wonder why.
Because the water.
Yeah, we got all the water you could ever imagine.
And audience, again, they're going to be at the Lorraine Palace Theater on September 25th. It's on there. I think it's on there. September 25th, I think I have down there. September 25th at Lorraine Palace Theaters. You can get on the website, on their site, go through LorrainePalace.com, and you'll be able to buy tickets, go to any Ticketmaster, etc. Look for the show. It's fantastic. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Sorry about that. I just wanted to throw that in there for you. Now, with all these shows that you're doing, that many, have you ever gone to a spot where you're like, you know what, I don't want to go back there again, even though they may throw
several times.
Oh yeah,
several times.
Yeah. The thing, and you know what? It's something that, you know, we are very old school. You know, if you remember back in the 50s and 60s, you know, when somebody wanted to get something on the album, they had to get in a bus. And they had to go and they had to perform and they had to, you know, beg these disc jockeys to play the music. Well, we're doing the exact same thing. We're doing it with theaters, but we're doing it with theaters. So the thing is, you know, if you end up, you know, doing, you know, 300 theaters a year and you end up, you know, and 250 theaters go well, that's a pretty good average.
Yeah,
oh, geez,
for sure.
That's an insane amount. I mean, for your knowledge, CPAP Chuck and Monk were both in big bands, and they did exactly that. They would sell merch. You'd sell the CDs.
It was all DIY. It was all old school. You know, that's the way the scene was. You know,
exactly.
Yeah, because a lot
you had
of
to
people.
hustle.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize, like in our case, not only are we the stars of the show, we're the producers of the show, we're the manager, we're the agent. We deal with nobody. We do everything ourselves. We don't have managers. We don't have agents. We don't do anything. Plus, we have a crew that we keep on salary all year long because that's how you basically keep your staff. So in all honesty, in a lot of cases, in a lot of cases, that merchandise money we live off of because the rest of it is going towards
business.
So
that's what I always told Ed. You make your money off the shirts and you know, sign CDs. You know,
Thank God you didn't drink.
Thank God. Thank God. We'd be broke.
Broke and tired. Yeah.
We'd have Eddie and I pedaling for
That's right. You wouldn't have made 300 shows a year.
That's just fantastic. And again, so you've had a couple places you didn't want to go back. I know that, you know, again, I was just blown away at the show. How long did it take till you finally figured out that's the way we want to do the show? In other words, did you have a couple that you did an act and you said, that just didn't fly? It didn't fly. Yeah.
You know, I would say the first year, the first year we pretty much had it, but our
show is the thing is our show is constantly changing. We're constantly tweaking things, taking things in, taking things out,
learning new characters.
When we first started, when we first started, our show was a Las Vegas review because it started in Las Vegas.
Sure.
Meaning the fact that we had adult humor. When I was doing Bette Midler, I would come out and I would do the same stuff that Bette was doing, and it was adult humor. All right. Well, as time went on, we kind of outgrew that because people were like, you know what? Cut the adult humor. A lot of the old people just don't want that. Go to just a musical review. And so that's kind of what we're basically doing now. Our show is music only. It's not comedy because nowadays you have to be careful about, you know, what type of comedy you do because you could be, you know, eating a tomato before you know it.
We have to constantly figure out, like the show is pre-recorded because so that way I can edit out certain things just in case we say something. I got to clip that. I got to clip that.
Sure.
Well, I get you saying that. But
they don't have that luxury.
You don't have that luxury.
No, we don't. It's live. It's live. I mean, it's like so much so that, you know, you have to realize, you know, within the past, you know, 5 years, things have really changed. I mean, listen, I remember, 5 years ago getting kudos from the NAACP for my rendition of Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder, and Ray Charles. And now, if I was to do that on stage,
I would
You
be,
can't
I
do
would
it, yeah.
blackball, no 10 and
Cancel
pundit.
culture.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
see, do you know what? That's the big worry. And that's I wouldn't say so much with us. We're so low on the we look up at the bottom, but we're the idea that we won't get canceled. Just we're
Pretty much already canceled. We're just
no, it's just we don't worry about that. But I mean, we still don't go to certain lengths and say certain things, but we could being on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. You still got to watch a little bit of what you say.
Yeah,
However, that comedy is endangered because people
get so offended.
People get so offended.
Nobody can laugh at themselves anymore.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Yes.
Do you think that'll ever pass?
No, never.
Really?
Because
scary
you have people now that are more insensitive than they've ever been, and the kids and the parents are insensitive, so the kids are insensitive. So the kids, when they have kids, they're going to be insensitive. They're going to pass around the kids. It's something. But maybe people will say enough is enough. But I don't think we're going to see it in our life.
Not only comedy, but for what you do is in danger then by what you're saying. Is just the fact that you have to watch acts that you probably did, and like you said, got kudos for. Everybody thought was fantastic. You're like, no, I can't do that because someone's going to say I'm not Asian, so I can't do an Asian thing. I'm not.
Yep. Well, it wasn't, Ed. It wasn't too long ago when Anthony and I first started out, where theaters would not have our show because I dressed up as a woman. That's right.
Wait a minute.
Big.
Oh, sure. I believe that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. Oh, absolutely. I mean, trust me, you bring up any man dressing up as a woman, in the 80s. And oh no, we don't do those. We don't do those kinds of shows. Especially
and now, like RuPaul is one of the biggest shows.
There you go. That's
TV,
what I was
right?
just gonna. I mean, you have a drag queen show that is winning Emmys,
Right.
and that are literally is a multi-million-dollar corporation, right?
Because he started out on Logo, and then now I forget what channel he's on now.
And he even did an MTV stuff for
It's fantastic entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, talent.
Yeah.
People love it.
And it is art.
See,
it is art. Yeah.
I wouldn't consider me personally, and don't get the wrong way, Eddie.
Sure.
I don't consider you guys a drag show. It's
we're not. No.
Impersonators.
We aren't. But that's right. But
impersonators.
But the thing is it's like people will put you in a box. Listen, as long as they buy tickets, I don't care.
Right.
But
keeping on.
Yeah. Right.
It.
And it doesn't matter how you package it. People are always going to be able to look at what it is and think, all right, is that something that I'm going to want to see? If you have a belief that you just don't like men dressing up as women, it doesn't matter how good our show is. It doesn't matter that the celebrity endorses us. They're not coming to see our show. Yeah. And they're not going to have us in their theater. It's just the way that it is. Yeah.
And they could kiss your ass.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's right. 2 snaps and a twist.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think
we love it.
I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
But
and most people do. Most people do, and especially when the wives come see it, and then when we come back, they bring the husbands. Then the husbands love it, and they're at the bars or they're at the football, talking about it. That's how we've gotten to have the clientele that we have. But it certainly is not overnight. It takes a while.
Well, kudos for your success. Yeah. That's just fantastic to me. And if you could tell 2 people about the show, I'd appreciate that. That's all I had. Yeah. Tell 2 people. That's the motto of the show.
Absolutely.
We've gone a little bit over, and I don't want to keep you guys, but I can't thank you guys both enough. And I'm sure I'll send you more texts telling you like I normally do. How you doing? Just checking in on you. But I did. I would send.
He's stalking you now. So
well, listen, Ed. I hope and pray that you're going to come see us on the 25th of September.
Absolutely.
I know.
Okay, good.
I'll try and make a point
be there.
to go to
Listen, you let me know. I will put comps in.
Oh, yes.
Wayne
I'm like, comps.
What comp for the show?
Absolutely.
Oh, God, I can't thank you guys enough. And audience members, you've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on the website, which is edmoneylive.com. EdwardTwins.com, where it's real people have real conversation about life. Again, thank you to the Edward Twins. Go to their website, which is theedwardstwins.com, which I'll put a link on that in the video, and I'll do all the other things that you'll be able to get a hold of them. Right. I'll put it in the description as well. Eddie and Anthony, they're this way. Check them out. Thank you. Always listen to my money. You're listening to CPAP. Chuck, we'll see ya.
Yeah, CPAP.
I don't have it. I don't have a dongle.
Oh, you don't? You didn't hear. Got Monk over there that you can't see because he's in the distance.
Talk to you next time.
There he is. Okay. And last but not least, always keeping us in balance check is A1 Continuity. Wayne!
See you guys.
Don't forget Rangus.
He Rangus took off. Oh. He's not on. He signed out. But audience members, thank you again. We're going to be leaving you with
thanks again for coming on, guys.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you. Their songs.
Real
Listen to it. Again, thank you enough for coming on. You're invited anytime. Just get a hold of us. And audience members, always remember, don't be materialistic because it gets you nowhere, and they always are a somebody. And after that, we are out of here.
I saw the flickering shadows of love on her blind. She she deceived me. I watched and went out of my mind.
There are men coming these places, and the men are all the side. You don't look at their faces, and you don't ask their names. You don't think of them as human. You don't think of them at all. You keep your mind on the money, keeping your eyes on the wall. I'm your private dancer.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind.
Tell me not to live just in para. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to fly. I simply got to. If someone takes a spill, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? I'll march my band out. I'll beat my drum.
You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money, brought to you by 3 Bowls of Crunch Production. Late Night with Ed Money is a copyrighted show, and any unauthorized reproduction for sale is strictly prohibited without written and or verbal consent from Ed Money. Otherwise, we'll find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. Thank you for listening.